And here's the leading term test. So when any polynomial function, anytime you see a polynomial function, again, that's just a collection of monomials. If you find the highest degree, it'll dictate the shape. So if it's an odd power, it'll look like an S curve, either going up or going down, as this one is. Or if it's an even power, it'll either be going up on both ends or down. And that would depend on the coefficient in front of that degree term. So that's all this is saying. That's called the leading term test. So for example here, we could describe the end behavior just by looking at the equation. Now, this is the highest power, so this dictates the shape. It is to the power of 4, which is even, so it'll resemble a parabola. Since it's positive, it'll be an upward-facing parabola. We could write the limits without even using the actual picture of the graph. We could say, as we go to the left, we know the function f of x approaches positive infinity. And just the same, if we want to know what happens to y as x approaches the right, we could just look at the picture and say, oh, it's going up to infinity as well. We could do that because the degree is 4. Since the degree is 4, we have a parabola. And the leading term, I'll go ahead and write that out, the leading coefficient is positive. Okay, so that's how we got that. And that would be kind of the rationale. So here, we look through the equation and we see that this is the largest. Okay, so since it's a fifth power, it's an S curve, it's odd, and it's positive, so it'll be going in this direction. So I could write my limits again. What does happen to y as x approaches the left? Well, according to the graph, it goes down as we go to the left. So, whoops, that would be wrong. I just did up. There we go, down. And then if I wanted to know what happens to y as x approaches the right, well, then I would put a positive infinity. It goes up to the right. Again, the same rationale. Okay, and then finally, this one, we look at it, and this is the largest power, so this dictates the shape. Again, it's odd, so it's an S curve, but since this is negative, this time the S curve is going to go this way. I don't know necessarily where it's going to hit the x-intercept, the y-intercept, the way we do, but that's not for you to know yet. But I could say my limits, this part is for you to know. What does happen to y as x approaches the left? Well, the graph goes up. And what happens to y as x approaches the right is that the graph goes down. Now, here's one for you to try.